but as well, rapidly with stuff like that, that's what it's meant to be. It doesn't say it's a PC friendly fucking like Simpsons or something. You know what I mean? So why watch it if you're gonna get offended over stuff? You know what I mean? Like they're not. You don't think Matt Parker and Trey Stone, whenever they see Asians, go like, "Oh, hello," you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's comedy. Did you see the one of the woman who asked the kid for consent when changing the napper? I was like, I mean, some things. No, that baby would probably say, nah, because I'm playing with my shit, fuck off. You're like, no, you don't do that. Yeah, there's a difference between... Yeah, there's a difference as well between explaining something to someone who you think doesn't know it, and then... Well, no. And then making sure they know that you know it. You know what I mean? Like, if I went to you, oh, you know, if you've got two players from an English the same team, the same nationality, it's a hyperlink. Like, I might just be saying that because you might not know it. You got, oh, actually, I played 1,000 fucking Ultimate Team matches, of course, and I'm like, I don't fucking know that. I think with shit like, if I was to go into it properly, I'd find myself probably in the middle because there'd be shit on both sides I'd fully agree with. You know what I mean? But the one for me, I still think people should govern themselves. You know what's funny? You know what the woke movement was? It was even, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it was even before the BLM stuff. It was black people understanding that, you know, there's systematic racism and stuff like that. And then, the one I love is white people jumped all over being woke. Being woke is like knowing stuff other people don't know, and that's not. It genuinely, it annoys me talking about it because it's stupid. You know what I mean? One of the ones that was funny, right? When we were in year 9, was it? And we were going into year 10. No, I think it was year 9, right? We had a lad come to us from he'd come from another school, but before that he was in a Canadian school because his mum had moved over there. And one lad, proper good mate, it's called Davey, as we used to call him Dave the Rave. He was a proper metal lad, so we used to joke about and play like loads of like Dizzy Rascal and stuff like that to him, and he actually ended up liking it. It was dead funny. One of his favourite songs by him was Pussy Hole, and it was dead funny because hearing Dave say the Posse was alien, dead weird. But yeah, he came in and Dave looked like Dave Mustaine out of Megadeth. He had long, like brown, tawny hair down to like just above his hips. Right, and one of my mates called Mac Malbrico, he was called. He saw him, and he said to him, he was like, "Yo, that new bird's pretty fit, you know." I only saw him from behind, right? So he walked up to him, and he went, "Yes, girl, what you saying?" Now Dave, right, he was brilliant. Dave's got a proper deep voice, talks like this. And he said he just turned around and he went, "Oh, you alright, mate," like that. And he said Mac's face just dropped. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, you okay, mate?" I was like, if Dave would have got offended at that, you know what I mean? You're like, yo, from all signs, mate, you look like a bird. Yeah, it's not women's rights. Yeah, well, you shield yourself under the blanket term, don't you? Yeah. Only men can be sexist. Come on, mate, play the game. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Tell that to Ben. Actually, I was going to say, rapid. Ben came round the other day. Yeah. Sound, he's living in Runcorn, out of all places. His mum and dad moved up there. So when he'd been like getting about the country and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like while lockdown was on, he was just like, fuck it. So he ended up like cycling everywhere. He was like cycled up to Scotland and shit like that, camping like on the motorway and stuff like that. And he said he went, it was a bit under, but he went, it was a pretty joke. And no, I was just gonna say he came back and I was just then he reminded me of that. And he said he's just gonna try and come down now every month. So I was like, yeah, fair. Yeah, that's the privilege we have. Or I've got, sorry.
Green light, give it on, okay. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, for the crimes that their gender committed. Fuck off. No, you know what I mean? That's like saying to me, "Oh, Bill, you've got to apologise for slavery." Why? Because you're white. I'm like, alright, what? You know what I mean? Like, that makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But like, also with that rapid, where does that stop? Do I apologise for what went on in Africa? Soz guys, you know, I didn't mean to. Fuck, you know? Yeah, that was my fault, wasn't it? The one that I still think is mad, that they have in mainly America, is the anti-abortion stuff. And weirdly, I don't get why you can't have euthanasia. That doesn't make sense to me. So, you're alright to put a dog down, but someone who's actually asking you to do it, you can't. What? And if you do it, you get done for assisted suicide. Alright. such a weird. Yeah, so you get a hit marker. You know what I mean? It's such a stupid thing to have a go at someone for doing.
Sector 3.
It just pops up, assist counts as kills. Cheers for that. Comes up with 2 names in the top right, friendly fire. It's such a stupid. Like, if they want to, let him. What's to stop me from letting somebody who wants to do it, if that makes sense? Other than like the moral side of it, which I think is fair enough, you know what I mean. But no, if like some grown ass 90-year-old talks to me, yeah. Yeah, let me twat off a load of heroin and go to bed. You'd be like, what? Who gives you the right to stop it? It's like the one with the Porsche one, like, other than the mum, you don't really get a say in it. Like, not to sound stupid, I think if it was about a termination, then I'd say the father should have a shout, but the father shouldn't be able to make the mother have one. You're like, yo, she is the one that's doing all the fucking heavy lifting. But then the bloke ends up paying for everything. Like, you know what I mean, and them types of things. I love, did you see the one of the guy who said to his baby mum that he needed like an extra £50 a month for like the kids, like fucking school shit, and she told him to fuck off. So he took her to court and he ends up getting an extra £1.5 because of how much she makes. I was like, yes, love that. Quite dead. This one's fully charged. No, it's like the one that's funny, right, is the bird Rye seeing. Her other half, the kid's dad, oh, he's a fucking weapon. He's just a knob. There's multiple reasons, right, but he's just, well, apparently, he made her terminate the first one when they were a bit younger, because I think she's only like 21 or something like that, if you know what I mean. She's that Rye's age. And then the second one, he's not wanted anything to do with it until she got with Rye. And there was one of them that he said the other night, she said, because she's come out a bit earlier, her newborn stuff is a bit too big for her. She needs, they call it tiny baby for prem babies. And she said, she went, there's some of them in the suitcase that I've got. Can you bring the suitcase? Oh, I'm not bringing the suitcase, it's too heavy. I was like, what kind of fucking statement is a 20 kilo suitcase too heavy? It's about a crate and a half, you bitch, carry it. My school bag was probably heavier than that. Out of her. Oh, stuff like that annoys me. I'd rather he just binned her off and just like fuck it, just raise it. Because Riot back it. Unless it's, not sound daft, unless it's one of them rare rich birds that's actually sound, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, fuck it. Let us all get ass cancer so your tits are sweet. Fuck it. Well, it's like the thing you've, more, what do you call it now? When a child picks its parent, it goes to... Oh, what's... Ah, yes. But the one that's funny as well, have you ever like listened to any of like some of the birds' podcasts? There's one of them that always comes up when I watch this group, and I swear to God, it's the most not cringy, but it's like the stuff they're talking about. It not sound daft. It's like school shit. They talk about, oh, don't think you look good in this music video and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, no one cares. I wouldn't even care if that was a bloke going, oh, doesn't she look fit in this? I'm like, yeah, I'd rather listen to like fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson and that's all. Shut up. Is that the one that was funny, mate, that we were saying before? We were saying that Catherine that Ryan's with, she's not been to see the baby that much because I think a C-section scar or something got infected. I can't be arsed going into it. There was a load of crap, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, cesarean, yeah, like the one that was funny when Shelb had hers, she went for, I think, was she in hospital for 12 days, the boss? I think it was just shy of like 2 weeks she was in. Shelb went, literally, after maybe about a week, because she was in hospital for a bit after her C-section, if you know what I mean. After that, she'd spent literally about 12 to 16 hours every day in the hospital with the babs. Because I said to her, my thing for it was, a newborn baby needs the mother more than a father, the newborn. A prem baby definitely needs a mother more than a father. So I said to her, I went, what we did was when she woke up for a morning feed, which I think was 9 o'clock, at 9:30, something like that, I think she had it. Shelb was at the hospital for about 9:15. I used to wake her up at about 7:30 and then she'd go. Then I'd sleep while she was there, and then for the night feed I'd go in and do that. So she was getting both of us, but I remember one time Shelb was she was trying to pump but she couldn't get anything out, but she was ready to pump, if you know what I mean, like pump milk. And I said to her, I went, yeah, I've got an idea. So I went down to the NICU, Neo Intensive Care, newborn intensive care. Went down to there, and you have these things called bonding squares. It's just 2 little squares of fabric. Baby has one, mum has one, and then you swap them, you know, so they get the scent of each other. So I went downstairs, went into it, grabbed it, brought it back up, and she was like, why have you got that? I said, I've got an idea. I went, just like, not huff it, if you know what I mean, but I went, just put it over your nose and breathe in about 3 or 4 times with it. She did it, and I swear to God, after about 30 seconds, milk started coming out. And I was like, that wouldn't work if that was me, if you know what I mean, because I'm not that. Well, obviously I don't make milk, if you know what I mean, but that's what the baby needs. And so when he was like, when he was saying, he was like, oh no, I'm only going for like an hour or so. I was like, right, I went, we could only go with it with one parent at a time. Now it's one parent can see him all the time, and then you can have, I think it's a 3-hour visiting window with 2 parents. Ours was only meant to be half hour, but we swapped in so I could stay for like longer. And yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, when they said it, I was like, she's, what I think it is, because her mum's a dickhead. Yeah, her mum, her actual mum. I suppose, yeah, no, the grandma would be both anyway. Yeah, so Catherine's mum, she's a bit of a dick apparently, because when she's had a bit of a drink, she becomes a bit of a knob. Her dad's, I think, just a bit of a dick in general. Her brother's a bit of a knob. And this, her other half mate is a weapon. And it's a shame because with Shelb's lot, there's a mum and a dad, and then Shelb's got 3 sisters and Rye, so there's 4 birds and a son. So we were all saying, like, if she came down to Withy Hospital, she went, she'd have all of them that would happily go down and look, you know, go and check on the baby and stuff like that. And I went, when it's up there, I went, she's not, I don't want to say it's like, not like she doesn't care. In my head, it's like she's not taking it seriously. I don't mean that in a piss takey way, if you know what I mean, but it was like Danny's little one. Like, he's got, like, I think 3 open heart surgeries before he's 5 or something like that. I think he's either one of his valves doesn't work or it's a bit faulty or something like that, but I think he's already had 2 of them and he was sound with them. But Danny's apparently like dead overprotective, and I was like, well, you're gonna be. I was like, that makes sense. I was like, I went, you'd be more concerned if you didn't really give a fuck. Yeah. And I went like Rye surprisingly, I didn't say kid friendly, but that's not what I mean. Like he didn't like, yeah, there's a perfect thing. Yeah, he didn't want to hold Liana or see her until he could see her in person because he wanted to hold her. He said he was a bit annoyed that he never came round to see her. But he said he don't regret it because the first time he saw her, he held her. And so I was like, I understand that. Shell was a little bit iffy with it because she's like, it shouldn't really matter, you know, don't matter if he's looking at her through a window and stuff like that. And then, but like, I get that. Because I said one of the ones I don't like holding newborn babies because I feel like I'm gonna fucking Lenny the rabbits to them, you know what I mean? Now, yeah, now I'm not. Now I'm sweet. Like if I was to see a little baby, I'd pick him up. Soft spot, yeah. Thunder, yeah. I remember them pointing it out to us because Shelby was saying, she's like, does she have a soft spot? So the one went, yeah. She went, yeah, look, and she did the same dead gently, and I was like, that's fucking well weird. And she found it dead funny. It proper creeped me. That kind of made me a little bit cringy. I was like, oh, stop it. I was like, it's weird. But yeah, like nowadays, now I'm sweet with them. I wouldn't think, but before it, I don't mind holding like say like 6 to 9 months when they're a bit more sturdier. Then I'm sweet. But like with newborns, when they're dead floppy, I was a bit. Ugh. If I was sat down and stuff like that, yeah, sweet, give them to me. Yeah. Like purring, yeah. I've got there's loads of pictures of me when I was younger, when the hair's dead fair. And it's funny now because it's not jet black, it's proper chocolate brown.
Car on the
I
right.
got a little bit, it was
On the right.
I think just before I was, not gingery, but you know, like an Albany colour. And then after that it just went completely dark and I was like, yes. Right, let's move Hazard a bit. Thinking I might try and swap Hazard for Sane. Because he's only 83 rated. He's 27. Whereas if we sneak Sane, yeah, I've got a German player as well. Because I'm keeping Chan. I'm going to have Chan try and rival Goretzka. I don't know to... Let me see. I'll do it after this match. Let's see how much Kimmich is going for. If they're playing him right back, I'm going to pinch him before he gets put as a right back. It's like every Chan, Chan's done bits for me. There's a couple I wouldn't mind selling. I want to try to get rid of Hummels. Because he's like 36 or something fucking stupid. But he's still worth like 40 mil. Well, because I'm simming it, I don't really notice the pace difference, if you know what I mean. And then when I jump in at the end, I don't tend to go thingy, but like, young defenders, I'm alright with. It's just the ratings are a bit shit. It's like the two that I've got on at the minute. One of them's 70 rated. He's just got up there, and the other one's 64 rated. So I want to try and give those ones cup runs. The thing there though is, it's not even a double standard thing. Like, you're gonna go after what you like, obviously. In it as well, you know what I mean? It's like the one that's funny, that literally, it's going to sound daft, the two things I was happy Shell was one, she was good with kids and she was fine with her family.
Yellow flag, Assetto.
I was like, right, sweet. Anything else there's a bonus. Oh mate, I'm gonna find a cabin in the woods, mate, that's got Wi-Fi and fucking chill there. I'm gonna get a farm. Hit that. Oh, no, I thought I got a pendant. Yeah, no, get me on a farm, get me off grid. Fully Wi-Fi. Cheers. I'll go hunting. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'll go Scotland and hunt elk. Oh, deer they have up there. Apparently they have a fuck ton of them up there. Like pests.
Bring it back home safely.
That's how you finish a race. With swag.
Skirt over the finish line. Why are you playing it backwards there? I need to go through and do what my player instructions on this, but I can't be asked. To take over in the 65th minute anyway. Let's wait till we get